The Battle of Britain, which took place between July and October 1940, was a pivotal moment in World War II. It marked the first major military campaign fought entirely by air forces and remains one of the most famous aerial battles in history. The battle was fought between the German Luftwaffe and the Royal Air Force RAF of the United Kingdom, with the primary objective of the Luftwaffe being to achieve air superiority over the British skies in preparation for Operation Sea Lion, Adolf Hitler's planned invasion of Britain. The battle was not only a significant turning point in the Second World War but also in the history of warfare, as it underscored the importance of air power and radar technology in modern combat. The RAF's successful defense against the German assault not only thwarted the invasion plans but also delivered the first significant defeat to Hitler's war machine. The battle came to symbolize Britain's resilience and fighting spirit in the face of seemingly overwhelming odds. Background and context. In the summer of 1940, Nazi Germany had achieved a string of victories across Europe. Poland, Denmark, Norway, the Netherlands, Belgium, and France had all fallen under the German Blitzkrieg, a swift and overwhelming style of warfare that combined air strikes, artillery bombardments, and fast-moving ground forces. With mainland Europe under German control, Britain was the last major obstacle standing in Hitler's path. Hitler did not initially intend to invade Britain. He hoped that the British government, led by Prime Minister Winston Churchill, would sue for peace after the fall of France. However, Churchill's resolve to continue the war, combined with the strategic importance of Britain, prompted Hitler to consider invasion. This operation was codenamed Operation Sea Lion, and its success depended heavily on the German Luftwaffe gaining air superiority over Britain. Without control of the skies, any seaborne invasion of Britain would be vulnerable to attacks from the RAF and the Royal Navy. The Luftwaffe was a formidable force, having already proven its effectiveness in previous campaigns. Its planes, including the Messerschmitt Bf 109, Heinkel He 111, and Junkers Ju 87 Stuka, were technologically advanced, and its pilots were well trained and experienced from combat over Europe. The RAF, on the other hand, was smaller and less battle-hardened but benefited from several key advantages, including advanced radar technology, a robust network of airfields, and the formidable Hawker Hurricane and Supermarine Spitfire fighter planes. Objectives of the Luftwaffe. The Luftwaffe's objectives during the Battle of Britain were clear. It needed to destroy the RAF, gain control of British airspace, and pave the way for an invasion. The German strategy, devised by Hermann Göring, head of the Luftwaffe, focused on three main phases: attacks on coastal shipping and radar stations. The Luftwaffe's first goal was to weaken Britain's coastal defences by targeting shipping convoys in the English Channel and RAF radar installations, which were crucial for detecting incoming raids. Destruction of RAF Fighter Command. Once the coastal defences were weakened, the next phase was to eliminate the RAF Fighter Command. The Luftwaffe focused its efforts on destroying British airfields, aircraft, and supporting infrastructure. By knocking out the RAF's ability to defend the skies, the Luftwaffe hoped to achieve air superiority. Bombing of major cities. As the battle progressed, the Luftwaffe shifted to bombing major cities, including London, in what became known as the Blitz. The aim was to terrorize the civilian population and demoralize the British government into negotiating for peace. British preparations. Britain had been preparing for the possibility of a German invasion long before the Battle of Britain began. The key to Britain's defence was RAF Fighter Command, led by Air Chief Marshal Sir Hugh Dowding. Dowding had been instrumental in developing Britain's air defence system, which was based on a combination of radar, ground-based observers, and a centralized command and control system. The Chain-Home radar system, the first of its kind in the world, played a critical role in Britain's defence. Stretching along the coast of southern and eastern England, it provided early warning of incoming German aircraft, allowing RAF fighters to be scrambled in time to intercept them. This early warning system, combined with the Royal Observer Corps, which visually identified enemy planes, gave Britain a crucial edge in the battle. Another key advantage for the British was the quality of their fighter aircraft. The Supermarine Spitfire and Hawker Hurricane were both exceptional planes, with the Spitfire being particularly fast and maneuverable. While the Hurricane was less advanced, it was more numerous and easier to repair, making it a workhorse of the RAF. In terms of personnel, Britain benefited from the contribution of pilots from across the Commonwealth and occupied Europe. These included volunteers from countries like Poland, Czechoslovakia, Canada, Australia, New Zealand, and South Africa. Polish pilots, in particular, gained a reputation for their fearlessness and effectiveness in combat. The battle begins, July to August 1940. The first phase of the Battle of Britain, which lasted from mid-July to early August 1940, saw the Luftwaffe focus on attacking British shipping convoys in the English Channel and targeting RAF radar stations along the coast. These raids were intended to test Britain's defences and disrupt the RAF's ability to respond. While the Luftwaffe had some success in damaging radar stations and sinking merchant ships, the attacks failed to achieve their objectives. The radar network was quickly repaired, and the RAF continued to operate effectively. Despite the losses inflicted on British shipping, the Luftwaffe failed to eliminate the coastal defences or significantly weaken the RAF. By early August, Göring shifted his focus to attacking RAF airfields and aircraft production facilities. This marked the beginning of the second phase of the battle, during which the Luftwaffe launched increasingly large raids on RAF Fighter Command. The critical phase, August to September 1940. The Luftwaffe's attacks on RAF airfields, particularly those in southeastern England, represented the most dangerous phase of the Battle of Britain. From late August to early September, German bombers and fighters launched relentless raids on airfields, aircraft factories, and other military targets. RAF airfields at Biggin Hill, Kenley, Tangmere, and Debden were repeatedly bombed, and the RAF was stretched to its limits. This period of intense fighting came to be known as the hardest day, on August 18, when both sides suffered heavy losses. The Luftwaffe lost 69 aircraft, while the RAF lost 68 planes. Despite the high losses, the RAF managed to hold its ground. During this phase, Dowding's leadership and the strategic use of radar played a crucial role. RAF Fighter Command was able to intercept incoming raids efficiently, concentrating its limited resources where they were most needed. Additionally, Dowding's strategy of preserving his fighters and not engaging in wasteful dogfights ensured that the RAF remained operational despite heavy losses. One of the most important elements of the battle was the coordination between British radar, ground control, and fighter squadrons. The RAF's No. 11 Group, commanded by Air Vice Marshal Keith Park, bore the brunt of the Luftwaffe's attacks. Park's tactical brilliance and ability to deploy his fighters effectively, often at the last moment, helped stave off the Luftwaffe's assault. The Blitz, September to October 1940. On September 7, 1940, the Luftwaffe changed tactics. Rather than focusing on RAF airfields, Göring ordered the bombing of London and other major cities, in what became known as the Blitz. This shift in strategy is often seen as one of the key reasons why Britain ultimately won the Battle of Britain. The decision to bomb London was partly influenced by a British bombing raid on Berlin in late August. Hitler, enraged by the attack on the German capital, demanded retaliation. The Luftwaffe launched a massive raid on London on September 7, marking the beginning of the Blitz. For the next several weeks, London was bombed almost nightly, resulting in thousands of civilian casualties and widespread destruction. However, the shift away from RAF airfields and military targets gave Fighter Command much-needed breathing room. While London suffered greatly, the RAF was able to repair its airfields, regroup, and continue the fight. The Luftwaffe's failure to destroy Fighter Command during the critical phase of the battle proved to be a major strategic blunder. By mid-September, the Luftwaffe had suffered heavy losses, and the RAF was still operational. On September 15, the RAF inflicted a decisive defeat on the Luftwaffe in what is now known as Battle of Britain Day. During a series of large-scale engagements over London and southern England, the RAF shot down 56 German planes, while losing only 28 of their own. This defeat forced Hitler to postpone Operation Sea Lion indefinitely. The Battle of Britain ended in October 1940, with the RAF emerging victorious. The Luftwaffe had failed to gain air superiority, and Hitler abandoned his plans to invade Britain. Although the bombing of British cities continued throughout the Blitz, the immediate threat of invasion had passed. The significance of the Battle of Britain cannot be overstated. It was the first major defeat for Nazi Germany and marked a turning point in World War II. Had Britain fallen, Hitler would have been free to focus his attention on the Soviet Union, and the course of the war might have been very different. The battle also demonstrated the importance of air power in modern warfare. The RAF's ability to defend Britain from the air proved that control of the skies was essential for victory in future conflicts. Radar, too, emerged as a critical technology, revolutionizing how wars were fought by allowing defenders to detect and intercept enemy planes before they could strike. For Britain, the battle became a symbol of national resilience and determination. Winston Churchill's famous tribute to the RAF pilots "Never in the field of human conflict was so much owed by so many to so few" captured the nation's admiration for the men who had defended their country. Known as the Few, these pilots, many of whom were young and inexperienced, played a crucial role in ensuring Britain's survival during its darkest hour. In the grand scheme of World War II, the Battle of Britain did not end the war, but it was a crucial moment in preventing Nazi domination of Western Europe. It bought time for Britain to rebuild its military strength and allowed the United States to prepare for eventual involvement in the conflict. Ultimately, the Battle of Britain ensured that the war would continue, and it laid the foundation for the Allied victory that would come in the years that followed. Legacy. The legacy of the Battle of Britain endures to this day. It has been commemorated in numerous books, films, and memorials, and remains a source of national pride in the United Kingdom. The bravery and sacrifice of the RAF pilots, as well as the resilience of the British people, continue to inspire future generations. The technological innovations that emerged during the battle, particularly radar, had a profound impact on the development of air defense systems in the post-war era. The lessons learned from the battle shaped military strategy for decades to come, emphasizing the importance of air superiority in modern warfare. In the end, the Battle of Britain was more than just a military engagement, it was a struggle for survival, a fight for the future of Europe, and a testament to the power of determination and courage in the face of overwhelming odds.